Hello, grade 11 students. In this presentation, we're going to talk about chapter 1, the biological diversity and the uniqueness of individuals, activity 2, polymorphism. Let's start with this question. Where is the genetic information found? To answer these questions, the biologists, they carry out an experiment. How do they prove that the nucleus is the carrier of genetic information? First, we have three mice, one of one a black, a white, and a gray one. What do they get? They get a cell from the black, another one from the white. They extract the nucleus from the black mouse and they inject it into a cell that's taken from a white mouse, and the nucleus was removed. So no nucleus in the cell. The nucleus is removed from the white cell. So we have the nucleus from the black injected into the cell of the white, and then this cell is transplanted into the cell of on the uterus of the foster mother, which is the gray mouse. And let's see the result. The result is we have a black mouse. Why? So after injecting the nucleus of the cell of black mouse into the unnucleated cell of a white mouse and transplanting the zygote into the gray mouse, which is called the foster mother, a black baby is born. This indicates that genetic information coding for the fur color doesn't depend on the cytoplasm or the uterus, but rather it depends on the nucleus of the cell. Here we can deduce that the nucleus is the carrier of the genetic information. Chromosome. Chromosome is an egg-shaped structure. They are found inside the nucleus and they are responsible for carrying the genetic information. Here is the structure of chromosome. The position, this is the centromere, short arms, long arms, and these two chromatids, they are called sister chromatids. Each chromosome is made up of DNA and proteins, histones and non-histones. It's made up of two identical sister chromatids joined together at the centromere. Each chromatid had a short arm and a long arm. Centromere is a constricted region near the center of the human chromosome. It's the attachment site of two sister chromatids. So in the middle, where they attach, is called the centromere. This is the figure of chromosome showing different gene, hair color gene, eye color, height gene, and many others. What is a gene? A gene is a fragment of DNA. It's a piece or a segment of DNA. It's a part of chromosome responsible for the appearance of specific trait, like for example, hair color, skin color, eye color, and so on. Every gene has a specific locus, meaning that a specific position corresponds for a gene on a specific chromosome. So the two sister chromatids of each chromosome, they carry the same alleles of the same gene at the same loci. This is two sister chromatids. They carry the same information at the same loci, so the chromosome can be represented as one, like this one. Allele is a version or is a form of the gene. For example, gene of the hair color, gene of the eye color, gene of the eye has different versions. Brown eye, let's say green eye, hazel blue. Gene of the hair color, maybe it's a brown allele, blonde allele, red allele. Types of cells. Already know that we have two different types of cells. Either they are somatics or they are sex cells. Somatic cells, they are diploid, while sex cells, they are haploid. Somatic, all the body cells except the gametes. They are only the gametes in the sex cells where they are sperm and ovum. Somatic, they have two copies of each chromosome, while sex they have one copy of each chromosome. Number of chromosomes in the somatic cell is 2n, while number of chromosomes in the sex cell they are 1n. In humans, 2n is equal to 46, while in the humans sex cells 1n is equal to 23. So this figure shows one copy of each chromosome, while these show two copies of each chromosome. This is a haploid, while this one is a diploid. Number of chromosome here 1n equal to 4, while here 2n it's equal to 6. In diploid cell, there are two copies of each chromosome. They carry the same genes, but not necessarily the same alleles. they are said to be homologous chromosomes. These are homologous chromosomes. So one of these chromosomes is inherited from the mother, it's called maternal. The other from the father is called paternal. As I said in class, maternal mama, paternal papa. So these are maternal and paternal. The pair of homologous chromosomes, they carry the same genes but may or may not carry the same alleles. The two sister chromatids of each chromosome are said to be identical, meaning that they carry the same genes and the same alleles. This is the figure of chromosome showing same alleles on the same position. This is what we're talking about maternal and paternal. The eye color green and blue, allele blue, and here the allele is green. They are homologous, but they are not identical. Gene of the level thinking. So when the alleles are identical, the individual is said to be homozygous or pure. When the alleles are different, the individual is said to be heterozygous or hybrid. Alleles. Dominant allele is the allele that can be expressed in the case of homozygous or heterozygous. That's why it's usually symbolized by a capital letter, while the recessive allele it's only expressed in the case of pure or homozygous. That's why it's usually symbolized by small letter. Here, phrase model for genotype. Genotype is the set of alleles and their corresponding alleles. Set of genes and their corresponding alleles. For example, BB, BG, GG, this is genotype. While non-example, blue tall, this is phenotype and not genotype. This is a non-example. Phenotype is the set of the observed traits resulting from the expression of the genotype. Phenotype: tall, short, small, black, blonde, hazel, green, and so on. While this is the genotype, this is a non-example on the phenotype. What is a graft? Graft is the transplant of a tissue or an organ from one side to another in the same body or from one body to another. So notes what affects the fate of the graft. The graft is affected, and the failure or the success, it depends on the similarity of HLA between the degree of similarity of HLA between the donor and the recipient. Donor is the one that donates, recipient is the one that receives. Autograft, a graft done within the same body. Example, from my hand to my thigh. Non-example, from my hand to my friend's hand. Isograft, done between identical twins and only identical twins. Allograft, the graft is transferred from one person to another in the same species. For example, Maya to Rola, Maya to Nancy, Ali to Dima, Dima to Summer, and Summer to Muhammad, Muhammad to Ali, Muhammad to Hadil, and so on. While non-example, from a cat to a dog, they are different species, and this is known by xenograft between different species. Okay, bye bye.